Ladies, have your men buy sex toys. It's been proven. Now, you give me that look, Wade, okay? You give me that look like, what the fuck are you talking about? Now,
you're getting robo-cucked.
I sent you the photo. Now, to check your prostate, you need an anal excitement machine that really, milks your prostate, apparently. They said that's good for your health. Now, if you compare this to the thing that a woman would shove up her ass, oddly enough, you'll see some similarities. And by similarities, I mean the exact same thing. So yeah. I'm really wondering if the reason women live longer is their excitability is prolonging their life.
Maybe. But I like how your first thought, this is how heterosexual you are, it was like, yeah, no, women like things up their butts. Like, that's clear. They're the ones that are always doing that.
I mean, come on.
That's your first thought.
I'm just saying that
that's how Nathan's fighting the demons off in his brain. He doesn't even think that's an option. What do you mean there's a category of people I'm completely forgetting about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Now, the good book says.
But I'm not into that stuff. The only time I ever heard about that kind of stuff was in a little story called Sodom and Gomorrah, and those people paid the power.
And let me tell you, I don't know how in the middle of what I assume is a desert country, another Hurricane Milton came out of nowhere.
God warned them too, but they didn't listen.
He said it was a Cat 5.
Yeah, so you're thinking that's why women live longer? You don't think the repressed like anger or emotions have anything to do with that?
Not at all.
Within the male demographic?
Why? If that was the case, okay, what you're saying is valid. But if that was the case, men would never die because late in our age, all of a sudden it blows out. Like it's like somebody just got a colonoscopy. I mean, all your feelings just blow out. So then, by that logic, you should revert to being a teenager again. Like, it's just a constant cycle. I'm young again.
Are you telling me you think the fountain of youth is just vomiting
your feelings.
The feelings you've been pushing down forever? Yes. Just letting the pressure of emotions just finally erupt like a water pipe that's been building up.
Yeah, I mean, you're fucking Old Faithful of emotions. But the more years you have, the more years are subtracted. So it's, if you are sharing your feelings constantly like a little bitch, you end up not losing any age and you die early. But if you're a self-loathing pile of shit in your eyes like myself, I will go young again. I shall be a toddler.
This would be a great Harvard experiment, honestly. Is you just get like a control group. It's 5 dudes who have to come in and tell these doctors their feelings all the time, and then 5 dudes that you're like, you have to hold everything in and just see how much it ages or doesn't age them.
Yeah, but the fun fact is, you have to do it with the Gen Z population so they can learn what it's like to be us and be like, no, I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Push that shit down. Grown men don't cry. Dudes don't cry. Fucking tighten it up.
Here, bite down on this bark.
Dude, I remember getting it the first time I heard that from one of my friends, Brett Slagle. We got in a fight and just clocked me on the side of the head, and I started doing that little like. And he's like, hey, shut up, dude. You're a dude. Don't fucking cry. Don't be a puss.
I never got the don't cry from from any friends. I got it definitely from you. Like, you told me that, but that's because you just DDT'd me onto a floor.
I was trying to cover up evidence. I can hide blood. I can't hide tears. Damn it.
Yeah. I definitely never heard that from my friends. Mainly because if I did cry, it's like that. I had that little kid anger cry. So when I cried, it was like I was angry.
Oh,
and
so
then I beat up somebody.
Yeah, I was gonna say you did the cry like Bobby Boucher and,
and
ran at people.
I was like the Hulk, dude. That's my secret. I'm always crying.
Oh man.
Yeah, He gets stronger when he's sad.
Bizarro Hulk.
Hulk feel bad.
Oh no, he's having feelings. Run for your life.
That's why this Hulk TV show always played the sad piano song at the end. Because Hulk wasn't really mad. He was actually sad.
Yeah, Hulk know how to express self.
Hulk only know how to get out rage through sadness.
I like your Hulk better because for some reason...
It turns into Arnold for some reason.
It's Schwarzenegger.
Die. I only could emote once I became governor. Once you run in the state, you can be as emotionally unstable as you want. Yeah.
Dude, I was laughing because I don't know if you speaking of Arnold Schwarzenegger, I saw the what was it? The story, and he took a photo of it. But when he was governor, he got told by some place, it's like, "Hey, we always got a room for you here at this hotel, blah blah blah. Anytime you come here, always have it open."
What?
And so he came back after he was governor, and they wouldn't give it to him. And so he went.
Oh, no way!
He brought a sleeping bag and slept under one of his statues. And he's like, "It's funny how when you have the power, people always will help you, but when you don't have the power, they won't." I'm like, dude, with all your money, are you trying to tell me you're with the little man?
I love that Arnold tried to. He tried to have like a viral moment of like how he wasn't treated like a human.
Yes.
He tried to make it like I wasn't treated like a human being. It's like, no, you weren't gifted a free room at a luxury hotel.
Yeah. While his image seeking sympathy is under a bronze statue of him as Mr. Atlas. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, you imagine just having like that 5 o'clock or news segment where, you know, they have like the camera on you and you're always at that angle. By the way, why is it with news segments they always have to have like the offshoot? Like you're standing here, but the camera's this angle, so you're never looking at the camera.
That's like what he did. And yeah, this is an extreme, but that's like Saddam Hussein going, "They don't treat me like a normal person," while posing under his like giant statue of himself. Yeah. Anybody that has a statue to pose and seek sympathy under it is wild.
Yeah, that is. It is funny to just think of there's just like a statue of him hitting like a
That's
pose.
exactly what he was doing.
And he's like, I don't get why I don't get. I just want to be just like everybody else, but also like. Check out how cool this looks. Like I used to be able to.
Did you see my traps?
And then I give it with the
Oh, it's wild. Anybody that has their own statue, I'm like, man, can you believe this?
You know, I finally get how all those years I called people puny man. Now I feel like a puny man.
You guys are kicking me down.
This happened recently, by the way?
I just saw it recently. It's the internet,
who knows
so it's
when
hard.
It happened. Yeah, but like that's still such a funny story.
I guarantee.
And what a stunt!
Google it. Well, you got it right there. Arnold sleeping under his statue. You'll see it.
Arnold. Okay.
And then it makes. It's so bizarre because it's old Arnold, and you're like, did he go homeless? Oh no, he's just. And I guarantee you, he didn't sleep there. He just laid down. He's like, okay, let's go get a 5-star.
It happened 6 years ago.
Okay.
It looks like. No. Hold on. Sorry. No. What? Where is it? God damn it. Also, to post.
Scrub the
internet.
internet.
It was him. It was. When was this? I'm trying to figure out. March 29th.
Okay.
See, I'm getting conflicting things here.
Of course, it's the internet.
Okay, that was from 6 months ago, this Instagram post. But that doesn't mean the story was then.
No.
There's a Snopes article about it. Here we go. This will give you It happened in 2018, published in 2018.
Okay, so 6 years ago.
Miscaptioned. Okay, it was in 2018, a former governor appeared along in but false backstory. A photographer, the photograph of Schwarzenegger in the sleeping bag in front of his statue was bored with his caption. Okay. how times have changed. The reason he wrote this phrase was not only because he was old, but because he was governor. The hotel was statue. The hotel said, any moment you can come and have a room at your organization to step down as governor. The hotel. Okay, so that's the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so it's definitely like it's probably just a stunt. He probably didn't really sleep there. There's
probably zero
what
shot he
article.
slept there.
Yeah, but it is funny.
Hey,
honestly, it is a good
share
joke.
Your beans.
How times have changed. I used to be so muscular and look down at. I used to be able to walk in hotel and say, "Hey, puny man, put me in the president's suite." Yeah.
You know how funny that'd be if somebody just visiting doesn't know who he is, and he's like, "Do you know who I am?" and keeps looking back at the statue, and he's like, "Are you paranoid? Is somebody looking for you?
Are you a sculptor?
Did you do
that? It's great work.
Who is it?
Although nobody ever really looks like that. Like, that's an unattainable body aim.
Yeah. The steroid age is over. Nobody looks like that.
You son of a bitch.
You can take creatine. Oh, creatine's for your brain. No.
No.
I do love that because 20 years ago, it's crazy to say it this way, but creatine, bitch tits. Guaranteed. That's what it was told. Now they're like, creatine, great for your brain.
I think it's the ingredients that was in creatine. Like, if you get a pure substance form of it, because everything I understand from those supplements, and that's why I've never taken any of that stuff, because I'm scared, because it's not regulated the same way. Like, if they make a batch of something in some place, they don't clean out the barrel. They just make something else in it, and so it could be kind of cross-contaminated. It's not the right word, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, yeah.
And so, like, you don't know where you're getting, and I think that's
gluten.
what happened with creatine. Yeah. And next thing you know, you're fucking swelling up, and now you're gluten intolerant.
Yeah. All you do is fart everywhere. It's like, oh, my stomach.
I know somebody who had that happen to them, where they took creatine and all that kind of stuff and were taking supplements, and they had to have, like, a mastectomy. Like, a dude had to have a mastectomy.
Yeah, I worked with somebody that did that. Yeah, they're trying to take creatine for muscle gain, a.k.a. water weight in your muscle.
Yeah, dude, you just got to be fucking all natty. This is what you get when you're fucking natural as shit.
Oh, yeah, string beans. You get
this
no
is what
respect.
happens when your pre-workout is just your sad crying. Like, I can be bigger. I can be strong.
You look like the kid that's trying to show he's angry when he's 2. Like,
yeah. That's me when I'm doing backflies. It's like, I'm so fucking strong. I'm telling you, dude, being sad is a great motivator. You don't need pre-workout. Just get sad.
It's get sad. That's everything leads to actually slowly just get angry. Get those endorphins going.
Yeah. You ever run on a treadmill while you have tears in your eyes? You think David Goggins is motivating. Just start crying on the treadmill and watch people around you like look at you like you're a freak, and you're like, I'm not a fucking freak.
It's either that or download I had it for a while. It's called the Zombie app. I bought it because it was kind of
the Zombie app.
So what it is like it's a running app, but as you run you get materials and stuff, and randomly you get attacked by zombies, so it makes you sprint, and you have to sprint so far, otherwise they get you, and it's like it's basically a game while you're playing. So you're running.
So like based off of your movement, it can tell how fast you're going.
And it can like you can turn on GPS.
That's awesome.
You can turn on GPS, and then it's really accurate. Like, oh, hey, turn right here, and it'll start telling you like, get the fuck out of here.
That sounds also like a good way that like a developer is just hoping somebody they know is using it, so they can either direct them to their actual death by turn right here, right off a cliff, or into a kidnapping situation. You got to stop giving apps your GPS location, people.
Yeah.
That sounds like a way it's gonna kill you.
Hey Ben, we got another special person using GPS. Let's go out to the field and direct them to us.
Hey, Greg, it turns out your ex Stephanie finally downloaded the app. Finally, years after this, I can finally seek my revenge.
Smithers, the chainsaw.
Who's controlling and manipulative now, Stephanie?
you're so stupid. Oh, you're dead. Literally, the game killed you.
Yeah. See, that's just very. I'm sure hopefully they have safeguards against that, but that it is very weird.
I don't know.
But I like the idea that everybody's trying to gamify everything now.
Honestly, that kind of stuff, dude, I don't care what anybody says. Gamifying exercise, genius idea, because it gets so many more people to actually do it.
For sure, especially if you're a competitive person. And like weightlifting is competitive in its own right. If you're doing that form of exercise, so is running. That's why I think a lot of people do those community apps where it's like there's like running apps where you can share your score and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that app we use for golf where you could build a group of your friends and then you can like share your scores so you can compare.
Yeah.
And create that kind of like thing. So a lot of people building communities that way, but then you never know if people are fucking being truthful. Unless they're there with you.
Yeah, it reminds me of the league where instead of the guy running, he was jacking off the whole time.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
He just put it on my right wrist and let's go.
Let's go. Everybody's looking. Yeah, people will cheat no matter what to try to win, dude.
But it's funny to look at because that also makes me think of the hilarious other side of that, and is it the people that don't work out judge somebody that does work out so hard. Like I remember I'm starting to try and get back into running, like trying to run at minimum of 1 mile a day, whether it be on an elliptical or whatever. Like, okay, get back into this. And it was so funny because I was out jogging. One of my friends goes, "Man, you look like you got a corn cob up your ass while you run." I started laughing. I'm like, do you do anything? He's like, nah, man,
that's great.
I don't work out at all.
That's such a great comeback. Like, was it, do you do anything?
It's just, I've never seen him work out.
Yeah.
Just
Let me see you run. Go run. Like, let's have you go run 1 lap around a track real quick. Let's just do that. There's no elevation, flat. I just want to see your running technique.
My luckhead be like, you got perfect form. That's amazing.
But perfect form running looks goofy. You ever watch like Olympic athletes run? It's so goofy looking.
I can't tell you. I can tell you. There's only like 2 people that I remember watching run and actually paying attention. Usain Bolt and Michael Johnson. I don't know anybody else that runs.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. You watch them, it looks goofy. Usain Bolt's the fastest person. Well, I don't know if he is anymore. I think somebody might have broke his record. I don't remember though. But anyway, he runs. It's goofy. Like the perfect form for running is goofy looking. It doesn't look right.
I don't know. I just like, man, I can't do that.
I have no room to talk. I know I walk goofy and I run goofy. I used to run so flat-footed in high school. I remember I went down to a tryout at Kansas State for baseball, and they had us run our 60 times, right? Or I don't remember if we ran the 40 or the 60. Anyway,
probably the 40, but yeah.
We're running that, and I was so flat-footed, but I was quick. And when I was running, I heard, and then I finished my run, and I'm turning around, and one of the coaches goes, "Kid runs like a fucking Clydesdale." Just
flat foot.
And I knew that going into that because even in basketball practice, like when in high school when I played, you could hear me coming down the floor after you. Like it was, and I almost didn't fix it because it was intimidating. Like if you knew I was coming, and I was known for fouling people. So if you were going up for a layup and you heard da 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 da, I was coming to fucking hit you. It was at a point like I remember Keenan Lindsay, he was our starting point guard, and we're in practice one day. And I just played like I played in the game, right? So I would foul people and fucking play hard and be game ready. And he got a breakaway. This is our starting point guard. You don't go full out, right?
Yeah.
And I remember our coach. I'm like sprinting after him on a loose ball, and he's going up, right? He's heading for a layup, and my coach goes, "Wade, no!" And then and Keenan heard me thud 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 thud, and he goes, "No, no, 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 no!" And he does a curl back into the corner of the half court line and stuff,
trying to do a chase down block.
Yeah, he just literally just gets up and sets up the offense. That's how much he's like, nope, fuck that. And I was like, yeah, goddamn right. I fucking heard it. The herd's coming after you. I was like an elephant, dude. The herd's coming.
No, it's just so funny because like I got judged. Like I said, my friend judges the way and says I have a corn cob, and in my head, my brain immediately went child mode and like, I should practice some sweet chin music, get really loose, love to show them what my feet can do.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. That is totally warranted. Like, and it's so funny because I know he's probably trying to dog you a little bit. You guys probably
just giving me shit. Yeah, no,
yeah,
no
he's
big
just giving
deal.
you shit. But it is funny how one of those comments can derail somebody from continuing to work out. It will. Like, a lot of people, if they heard that, they're like, fuck. And then it's just in their head, and then they're just like, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Next thing you know, they look like Forrest Gump trying to run. And just like, got knife hands.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I run.
I always do the, like, it almost looks like I'm gripping the steering wheel. You got loose hands, but they're curled. Yeah.
Yeah.
At any point, I can make a fist.
You got G.I. Joe hands? Like,
yeah. I'm ready to be equipped with a weapon.
Oh, that's great. Hilarious. Yeah, working out. I don't know. I'm glad. I'm still doing it, but goddamn, I'm sick of it. I got a jump rope recently. That's my newest purchase for my home gym.
Dude, those things, the first day, you're like, no problem. Go, 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 go. And you say you do 50 to 100. Standard, that's actually good. The next day, because you haven't done jump ropes in forever, you're like, I got hit by a car yesterday. This is fucking awful.
Well, that's why I want to do it, because it's also like good endurance. I don't like running anymore because it's too hard on my joints.
That's why I use those ellipticals, because they're fucking great.
Well, I have an at-home gym, and I'm not buying an elliptical for my house.
No, you got to get one of those things where you sit on your computer chair.
The Walter White. Get the Walter White thing where he's just stepping.
Yep. It's orthodontic. It's great.
Orthopedic is what you want, not orthodontic.
Is that your mouth?
It's not. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not putting the fucking...
While I'm running, it fucks my face.
I'm going to be the throat goat.
It's the only thing in the Guinness that I can attain.
Yeah, so that's why I got the jump rope, because I think, like, if you do it right and you're doing it like you said, like sets, I do sets of 25, so you do 4 sets, like, well, do 25 off, and then eventually I want to do them all in a row. But like, if you can do them consistently, that's a good cardio workout.
Oh yeah, until you try and get fancy, because once you get down to it, and you're like, all right, this doesn't hurt anymore. And then you start trying to do those weird, you start trying to do those side ones, those crisscross ones. Next thing you know, you fall on your face.
Yeah. It's like when you start getting cocky, like, it's like learning nunchucks. That's what trying to do jump rope tricks is like. You're going to risk whipping the hell out of yourself.
Like, the video you sent me of the guy using metal nunchucks, and he's a goddamn monster using those. And I was just like, I think I've concussed myself several times watching this if I ever attempted it.
I honestly watched that video because I'm just so used to fail videos being online now that I was like, this is for sure. It's going to end with a dong and just a guy falling backwards. But no, he's just master. Like, I can't imagine getting hit with one of those fucking things. That hurts so fucking bad.
Oh, dude. I kind of wish something would have hit, because for some reason in my heart of hearts, I'm like, I guarantee you that sounds like teeing off on somebody with an aluminum bat.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And like the old school ones, like a 90s aluminum bat.
You get that.
Not those BB core bullshit
no.
they made us hit with.
You get hot.
I've never seen, I'm actually curious, because I want to look this up now, and I might afterward. Like, we've seen nunchucks in movies. Is it nunchucks or nunchucks?
I thought it was nunchucks.
It's probably nunchucks. I don't know. I don't know. I thought nunchuck. I keep saying nunchucks because
it's because when it hits you, your whole body goes numb.
You hit my spine.
I used to be Superman.
And Bruce Lee was so accurate with nunchucks, he could fucking hit your vertebrae in whatever spot he wanted to paralyze you.
Who was it that he trained? Was it Chuck Norris?
Well, that's what he fought in that movie. That's what you're thinking of.
Okay, because like he had a student under him, and I always
I don't
forget
think
who
he
it was.
I don't think Bruce Lee trained Chuck Norris. I don't know. Bruce Lee trained Chuck.
I'm just wondering if like
Yes, Chuck Norris. No, Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris trains with Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
so
wondering the coaching tree of Bruce Lee versus like if it's more successful than Bill Belichick's coaching tree.
Right. He but I don't think I've ever seen like a actual like fight with nunchucks. Or nunchucks. I don't know. I keep saying it wrong.
I think it eventually
nunchucks.
becomes a tug of war because they get tangled up together.
Right. But like, how do you affect? Because it seems like a really hard weapon to be like effective with. It's the same with like a mace. I always thought like a mace with the ball and chain on it.
Oh, the
like,
like,
like
the little cudgel that it
yeah,
has.
that seems like a hard weapon to use in a fight.
Yeah, you got to get. Hold on, let me start this up. And you're like, just trying.
Time out. There's a knot.
The little spinny thing's not working.
Yeah. I gotta grease up the bearing.
Guys, mine's broken. Call Booker T to fix this.
Yeah. But like I've never seen. There's got to be videos of dudes actually like doing like fights with them, like and like actually like fighting with them. I would think in some capacity because I've never
awesome.
because I've seen movies, but like I've never watched any actual kung fu movie and gone, yeah, this is pretty accurate of how a actual martial arts fight with these weapons would go. It's more of like it's like anything. It's a dance within a movie. It's just like choreographed dancing.
Yeah, well, I've seen them in live action. It was pretty cool. So in Ninja Turtles, in the first one where they were actually using them on the rooftop. The one where they actually use their weapons.
Yeah, exactly. I was talking about that with somebody the other day. I was like, they don't use their weapons in the second one? They're like, no, they do. I'm like, they have them. I'm like, no. They have them. They ever used them. They're sheathed the entire movie. And they're like, no. I'm like, yes, they 100% are.
See, I wish because you have Leonardo with 2 swords.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I kind of wish they'd make one be like, yeah, he kills a couple people.
Right.
Just like,
well, that's what's funny is like the original comic books that they released were so hyper violent and they had like guns and shit.
Yes.
Well, that's also like a Robot Chicken sketch where like they're using like Leonardo has the swords and he stabs a guy and they're like, oh, Leo, what'd you do? And he's like, well, I don't know. He just kind of keeps coming back. And I was like, I'm tired of this. And they're like, yeah. And then it just shows all the turtles like going on a murderous rampage, killing all the bad guys.
Raphael just stabbing people in the eyes.
Yeah, that's exact. I think that's how it starts. Is actually Raphael stabs Shredder, and there's like, I'm fucking sick of this.
I miss shows like that.
Yeah. Robot Chick's still I think running. I don't know if it is. Or
no,
not.
there's no shot.
I don't know. I'd have to look it
Cartoon
up.
Network's dead. Like I'm pretty
Adult
sure.
Swim's not. Adult Swim's still putting out new shows.
What?
Yeah.
They go somewhere else because Cartoon
No,
Network's
it's still
out.
No, Cartoon Network still exists.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, Cartoon Network's dead. It's gone.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
You don't have cable. I do. I know this.
I saw it on the internet. It said it's dead, and I believe everything on the internet.
No, you're talking about the website shut down, dude.
Mm-mm.
Yes, Nathan.
It
I
said
just
all
Googled
of Cartoon Network.
Well, you're wrong. The website shut down. Cartoon Network's popular website shut down in August of 2024. I remember this because I remember seeing that, and it did suck because it was a cool interactive website, and that was like the video we saw because the whole point of the video was the guy going, he's like, there's less spaces online for kids like friendly content where it's like there are less like websites where like I used to go to cartoonnetwork.com when I was a kid.
E-Bombs World.
Yeah.
Homestar Runner, baby.
Homestar Runner ruled. Goddamn, that show was fucking great. Talk about getting fucked. Those guys didn't make probably nearly as much money as they could have if they would have started like 3 years later with YouTube.
Oh, for sure. They could have made a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
So
man,
what you been up to?
I've been up to some stuff, dude. I've been witnessing and participating in what can only be classified as white people shit.
Okay. Okay.
White people. Because it's fall, Nathan. We went on and took our dog.
White people tacos.
Well, we've stayed away from those.
Oh.
We retired the white people tacos. When we realized we were culturally appropriating and destroying an entire heritage, we were like, we need to stop this.
Okay.
Now we just do taco ring. It's our own version. Crescent rolls with taco sauce. We took our dog on a hike. And, dude, it's something that happens, right? This is that time of year, right? Like, I'm sure all you live around some, like, wooded areas and stuff. All the trees are changing, right?
Yeah.
The second a leaf turns orange, photographers call up every family they know and like, you guys want photos? We got to do photos. And they just start taking outside fall photos, dude.
So, was it one of those old school cameras, like got the big old lens and all that stuff on there that you were seeing?
Yeah, the one that captured it was the Zapruder film. One of those ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy that you mentioned that because phones are so much better, and it's like, just bring a family member you don't want in that photo and have them take it.
Well, you can't bring Uncle Terry then, because then we have to hear him talk about how Biden's controlling Kamala Harris, and we all know it's not.
Yeah. But Terry, as long as you don't talk, we got a free case of beer for you. You just walk along and take a couple photos and drink some beer.
We're going to give you a 12-pack of Coors, and we're going to take you to Cracker Barrel if you just keep your mouth shut.
You had me before you added barrel.
We took our dog on this hike. There's a trail not too far from our house. I didn't even know about it, and it was fun. But literally just every family like wearing those like big fall sweaters, and the women in like the turtleneck high like wool sweaters, and you got the kids in their nice button downs, and just all by with the leaves on the ground, and they're kicking it, making the setting, and making the kids kneel. One kid's always crying.
And then every father that was in there going, this really is you know what? Those old people had it right. This is taking my soul slowly.
Hawks play at noon. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, exactly. Why does it have to be on the weekend? You couldn't do this on a Friday?
Yeah. Why don't we do this on Wednesday night? Okay. Why do we have to do? You have bridge on Wednesday. Why don't you sacrifice your bridge night and we'll come do this after I'm off work?
There's sports all over the place. The Mets are playing right now, dude. I gotta
go. I'm trying to see a Subway series, babe.
They're lovable underdogs, even though they're not underdogs, and they're one of the best teams that by value.
Yeah, they also have one of the highest paid ratings, but they're somehow considered an underdog.
They're called lovable underdogs with the highest payroll. How does it work? I don't fucking know.
I don't know. These people are masters at propaganda, getting you to buy a story.
Cleveland's so confused that they got mad because Travis Kelce didn't wear Cleveland Guardian gear, so apparently he's not a real fan. You got to stay up with the date here.
Yeah. Was he wearing Kansas City Royals stuff?
No, he just was like, apparently he's just in neutral stuff. So then I died laughing because I'm like, A, who cares who's there? B, who cares? I mean, nobody should care as long as they're not wearing opposing teams' gear.
Yeah, they're just trying to get that. They're trying to get that little Taylor Swift rub off. Travis Kelce brings that little, just a little pinch of that Taylor Swift dust. She's like a pixie. If you think happy thoughts, you'll fly if she just barely sprinkles on you.
She just sprinkles out, and all of a sudden the umps only calling strikes.
Yeah.
that box is huge.
Yeah, all of a sudden. That was 3 feet in the left-handed box.
That was a wild pitch. Strike?
Yeah. That was a blooper to fucking the second baseman. Home run! Fucking circle!
It hit off of that and came back down. That doesn't count. A home run.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's the sport. But like these people are just love doing those fall photos, and it's the same ones. Like you see people do these every year. It's the same shit every year.
It really is.
Yeah. Remember when we had to do that? Our family fall photo.
Ugh.
Next to a barbed wire fence. Our family's never been on a farm.
I mean, I did find it funny because in my head I'm like, Now, if I was taking this, I would Photoshop Cactus Jack in there for no reason. And be like, barbed wire, baby.
Yeah, I remember that day vividly. I don't remember how old we were when we took that photo. But I just know, for some reason, the photographer said it, and this is like 90, like 9, I was probably like 8 or 9 years old, something like that. But I remember them telling me, like, well, Wade, we're gonna have you crouch. Like, Mom got to sit, like, down and, like, kind of cross-legged. Dad was sitting. I think you were sitting, too. Jake was. But they made me crouch. I had to sit in, like, a catcher stance. And, like, it was, like, a 45-minute to an hour just for, like, this one fucking photo that we were trying to do. And I know the one they kept and they put above the fireplace, you could see the pain in my smile because I'd been kneeling for so fucking long.
The funniest one was where we got one with Dad, and they put me over, and they're like, yeah, look down and look back up. And I look like the Antichrist smiling over you guys.
Oh, you're thinking of that one. You're thinking of the one after the divorce. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that one, too.
Yeah.
That one's funny, like, yeah. That could have been your headshot to get a CW show.
I am Lucifer, is what that looked like. I was like, holy
You were going to be
shit.
an extra on Supernatural. You were going to play one of the guys who knew where the vampires hung out. Listen, man, I didn't know what they were doing to those girls over there, man. I was just getting paid to bring them bodies.
Oh, man. I just don't understand why you pay people to make asinine photos, especially that one, and be like, yeah, that one's great.
Family photos just should be a bigger deal. I think it's just because everybody has their phone in their pocket now. People aren't doing those family photos as much.
Well, they are. They're just doing it themselves.
Yeah.
They don't need other people.
Yeah.
Which is smart because photographers, well, this is artistic. I have to charge $200.
Although sometimes it is better. Like, so what we did, we did a family photo for Alex's family. And she surprised everybody. So this is what I loved, actually. No, it was great. It was perfect. This is because of how her family works. Like, not telling them and then just showing up, got everybody to show up. So her dad actually showed up. Her brother showed up. And she kind of told them, like, hey, just don't dress like slobs. Like, we're at this Iowa State Fair. And so, like, when we show up, they had no idea.
Everybody to the Coors Light booth.
We did it in the horse barn, so we just did it. But because the photographer knew what she was doing, she was able to black out the background a little bit, but it didn't look like you just, like, if I had to Photoshop, I can Photoshop a little bit. But if I had to do it, I couldn't soft blacken it, right? I would just put, like, a whole black background, and it'd be, like, obvious, like, what the hell do you censor back there? Is there just a giant dick behind you?
That's where you green screen it and be like, hey, we're at Worlds of Fun.
Yeah. But no, it worked out perfect. So because then it was just a surprise and made everybody do it, and it worked out great. And it was a good photo.
I think it'd be fun to be able to take a family photo in such a way that they Photoshop it all and make a giant, like, instead of a family all happy and stuff, Photoshop it all to make it look like you're all together in the ring during a Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah, dude. That would be awesome. Honestly.
It would be fucking
That'd be great,
awesome.
Dude. Yeah. Just on,
It'd be a lot
I want
of
to be
work.
on the turnbuckle, mount punching somebody.
I was gonna say you can't do the cheesy thing where, like, oh, you just put your head on the wrestler. It's like no. You need your whole body, but put them all in wrestling things.
No, it's gonna be
It'd
great.
Be awesome.
That would be so sick.
It would.
Yeah.
And because people coming over, that's something I would frame and put on my wall. Because everybody comes over and be like, "What the fuck?" and be like, "Oh yeah, that was 2012 Family Royal Rumble. Winner gets first dibs on the Christmas gifts."
That's how we determine the white elephant order.
yeah.
We have a Royal Rumble at the beginning of every year. Yeah. And honestly, it really caps the ability for us to get good presents because we all have to chip in on the ring each year.
Well, then why are you drawing numbers at the white elephant? Entry numbers.
Also, based off of that, you get to pick which entrance music you get to go to first.
Yeah. If you're last, you have best odds at winning, but if you're first, you get Stone Cold's entrance.
No, dude, I'm going in as Randy Orton. I hear voices in my head.
Oh, dude. I'm sorry, but
RKO
I'm coming in No, I'm coming in as old school Wolfpack, dude.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty sick. That'd be fucking tight. That's a good call. Good call. Yeah. Damn, we should propose this at our next for our next Christmas. Hey, I have an idea of how I want to predict the.
I know the photo. It's worth every dollar.
Honestly, if they're all like, yeah, I don't want, we can't throw Nana over the rope. Fine. Well, can we at least watch a random Royal Rumble and then whoever wins the Royal gets first dibs?
Yeah, I got one, so I get to pick what I'm doing. I am clotheslining Nana over the top rope.
Got me socks last year.
You just get to pick what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're coming down with a Macho Man elbow off the top rope.
I'm gonna Rikishi my fucking grandfather.
Dude, now that's what I see Jake doing the stink face like to somebody.
That'd be fucking great. Oh, hilarious. Oh, man. But
only because I remember him doing that constantly when we used to play SmackDown all those years ago.
Well, it worked. That was like a fucking nerfed move in that game. You could just keep somebody in the corner if you were doing it right.
Yeah, because the second the animation started, it's like, oh, I'm fucked. I can't move.
It sucked. He was so good at exploiting video game like things like that.
He still is.
What? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I said he still is.
He just figures out a strategy. When we played snipers and you gotta, he was like, I'm not good at sniping, but these guys just sit around. So if I just literally hop.
Oh, that was so annoying. Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna snipe. He's got a little handgun.
He's got a pistol and come up and just hit us in the back of the fucking head.
Meanwhile, we're all hiding.
Yeah. God, snipers was fun. But hey, I also participated in other white people things. But
okay,
I have this one. They made a massive improvement on. I went to a pumpkin patch for the first time in I don't know how many years. When's the last time?
Interesting. Okay, I just went there to pick up my daughter now.
Yeah. You were like, and I won't be participating.
Yeah, she went with a friend. Yeah. I all I can say, and I'll let you get to yours, is all I can look at, and I was very acutely aware because I'm like, I am studying mode. Like, without their permission, I'm just going to study. And a good 9 out of 10 adult males all had the look of, why, God? Why?
Yeah, there's not enough pumpkin spice rum in the world to make them drunk enough to happy to be.
It just, the look of abject terror and of knowing what's going to happen. They got their family running around, kids going crazy, and you just see them like, guys, just get in the jar. You line up, and I'm like, oh, you poor son of a bitch.
Yeah, something about a pumpkin patch drives a family into chaos. There is no order.
No.
It's ADD central.
I feel like that is the area where you go to see, like, where are the cracks in your family?
This is where you find out if you're really a unit or not. Are we going to survive the apocalypse? If we can't handle pumpkins, how are we going to handle zombies?
I brought my traveling therapist with us to help us along here.
This is pure madness. This family will never survive.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I feel like the pumpkin patch is because well, you haven't. So if you do the church marriage, you have this counseling with the priest, and they go over, and they actually have you take a test to see if you're compatible.
You're telling me a guy who may or may have not molested children in his profession is going to tell me if I'm fit for marriage or not?
Well, he measured and made sure the size of the hole was ready, and told me if I was good to go or not.
I feel like those priests only do that to look at the couple and be like, are their kids going to be doable? I don't know.
Yeah. That's their farm system is what you're saying? No, but so you have to actually take a physical Scantron-style test. Like, hey,
God, the Catholic Church is behind shit. Like, they're still using Scantrons.
Number 2 pencil. So I had to take a test and do this. Mind you, should have, red flag, we weren't compatible at all. I went through it and I was like, damn, who knew that thing was right?
Yeah. Oh, it actually said you guys weren't compatible?
Yeah, it was like out of 100%, I think we were 15.
Oh.
Like,
are you
red
telling
flag,
me this church's science actually works?
It really worked there. It really fucking worked.
Turns out God knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I think should happen, honestly, is instead of doing that test, take the engaged couple that instead of that test, take them and the priest can follow them around on that. Because you can watch chaos ensue. You don't need kids to see
I don't know
this.
why that's so funny to me, but like just to have a priest like secretly watching you at a pumpkin patch, it seems like a horror movie. It seems like a scene out of a horror movie. You just see a guy with a white collar like looking around, watching you from behind.
It'd only be
trees.
scarier if he came up to you like days before and he's like, "So you're going this Saturday? Yeah. Don't worry. I'll see you. You won't see me."
He's just in the fucking corn maze, like you just like, ah!
You keep thinking you're seeing like white robes out of the periph. You're like, oh no!
Jesus Christ!
It would be terrifying. Yeah, you're getting out. You start hearing that. You're like, you know what? I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Dude, honestly, a haunted house that's all about commitment is so funny. Oh, that's fucking great. Yeah, but you're 100% right. And you're right. Like, every dude who goes there, it just seems like they're very much just, like, we just got to make it through it. They're just this is survival mode. And this is what I wanted to talk to you about, because I went to this pumpkin patch. We were having a good time. This pumpkin patch I went to, noticed the problem, right? 50% of their patrons were coming in most years going, I don't want to fucking be here, right? And they decided to take action and start adding things that men would like at the pumpkin patch.
Oh, so they got a sports bar.
Yes, partially.
Real, dude, you're fucking with me. I was just throwing out a bullshit.
They did
example.
a great thing here, Nathan. This is I was drawn to this. This is such a great attraction for dudes, and there's so many layers of why this attraction works.
Before you even get to it, I love the fact they added make your own alcohol area.
No, dude, it's even more. It's even simpler than just a bar and make your own alcohol.
Moonshine. You just go straight to the distillery.
They had a pumpkin cannon that you got to operate.
And you paid extra to have your spouse run around in front of you?
Yeah. But you basically
I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you.
Dude, they had a fully this is why this is so perfect, Nathan. You hear the first boom and you go, "What's that?" As a dude, if you hear a boom, a cannon boom.
Now, is it a boom or is it a
No, it's a boom. Like you hear.
So it's not like a T-shirt cannon.
No, which I honestly thought would have been a cool fucking add-on. Like you're just like kids, like but the cannon gas. You got to fucking catch a pop-fly pumpkin.
so if it's not a T-shirt can, because when you said pumpkin launcher, I'm
launcher.
Thinking those little
cannon.
Ones. Yeah, I know, but initially I was thinking those little ones. When you say cannon, now I'm thinking full size.
Dude, this is how Uncle Timmy turned a fucking propane tank into a smoker?
Yeah.
That's what they did. They took a giant propane tank and turned it into a fucking pumpkin cannon.
Okay.
And so you could go buy, there were different, they had the sizes, but they were full-size pumpkins. They'd obviously gone through and be like, okay, this one can fit in. But you go over and you pay per pumpkin to launch. And in a field, they had targets. They had horror movie characters, mannequins dressed up like Jason and Michael Myers and Freddy, and so you could and then you could tilt the cannon and aim it at these fucking things, and you boom and just launch it, and like a beacon, dude. The first time you hear that fucking cannon go off, you just saw all these dudes' necks snap like fucking chickens. Like, what the fuck was that? And then they just start migrating towards it.
Nice.
And they were smart. You brought up sports bar, right next to it, fucking beer tent.
Nice.
Now, was every guy paying to fucking do that? No. Like, men, they're too cheap. They're gonna watch.
No, they're at the you're at the beer tent going $20 says he doesn't hit anything.
You're doing side bets. So that's why they're selling beer, and then they're also doing the other thing that men love to do, right? Which this is a homemade cannon. What do men love to do? They love to fuck. Every man thinks he's Tim Allen. More power. We're gonna just fuck with something and give it more power.
Yeah.
And every man sitting in there sipping on Coors Light, just going, "How do you think they fucking made that thing?" And then they're all just sitting there having the same conversation, trying to. They're not gonna go ask how it got made. They're all just gonna sit there and speculate on how they made.
Like scientists, they're over there like, well, you know what? If you added enough gunpowder in the back in the small chamber,
my brother, he mills his own rifles at home. I'm pretty sure I got an understanding of this.
Guys, I'm pretty sure I have a connection. I can get a Civil War cannon.
Like, they're going home later that night, and they're like, babe, they got it, like, fucking graphing paper and everything. I think I figured out how they did it, and I think I'm going to make one. Every dude started saying,
did you just draw over the blueprints for a new house? But it's a cannon.
But seriously, we could put a cannon in case the feds come. They're never going to suspect us for keeping pumpkins online. If we buy a whole truck of bowling balls, that's suspicious.
I am resetting what it means to stand your ground.
Yeah, dude, it was a beacon. Like, and it's the perfect business model, right? You got so then all the men are distracted up there by the cannons. The kids are running around the corn maze, and then the moms are in the gift shop, and they can't be told not to buy something. It's the perfect crime.
Yeah, it really is. And if you're in the beer tent, you're with a bunch of guys from King of the Hill all watching it going, yep.
The guy was 2 degrees too high on that one. If he wants to hit Michael Myers, he's got to be 3 inches down.
Now you just got it in my head. He's the guy shooting the cannons, looking over to the beer tent like he's on Price is Right. Yeah. Up, down,
they
left,
gave you
right?
a controller, like so you could tilt it up more or down and over a little bit.
Damn it! I was hoping it was more of a mechanized thing, like old school, where it just had cranks.
Honestly, that's pretty fun. That would have been way more fun. But yeah, dude, completely homemade. My favorite part though too is like the field you were shooting in. There's like it was like up on a hill, right? And then that's where they had the mannequins. But then like down in the valley was like a little horse pen, and they had like a Shetland pony and a horse. So you were shooting pumpkins over top of horses, and I was like, those horses, the first few times this happened, had to be losing their fucking minds. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. They definitely lost weight. It looks like one of those like Mario Kart racers with a fucking mushroom. All of a sudden they sped up
dude,
fast.
It was wild. It was wild. But yeah, just the perfect thing. I know I was over there. It's obviously not just a man thing, because my girlfriend was over there looking at the cannon too. We were both mesmerized by it. There's something about shooting projectiles a long distance. Anybody wants to look at that. There was like a whole picnic area away from the beer tent, even with chairs underneath a table or underneath a tree, and everybody was sitting just watching. Everybody was mesmerized by the fucking cannon.
I mean, I can't wait till they upgrade it and they're like, all right, boys, we put pumpkins on the rounds of this AR-15. We're just going to fire into these over here.
I want to see it launch a squash. Those are more aerodynamic than a pumpkin.
Oh, okay.
They're more bullet-shaped.
What else? You can fire eggplants.
We're going to load it up with apples here soon. It'll be like buckshot.
Yeah, I was going to say a bluster gun for a cannon. We just loaded it up with whatever fruits and vegetables we found lying around.
Freddy Krueger with apples. An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
How funny would that be if it gives like a health quote if you actually hit them?
Eat an apple, bitch.
Bananas are good for getting rid of cramps.
Oh, that's fucking great. Yeah. So, yeah, shout out to the pumpkin patch. They'll be everywhere next fall, I guarantee you. Because pumpkin patch is just fucking...
Probably.
They just copy every other idea.
Yeah, they really do.
My other favorite thing that was at this pumpkin patch, right? So they're famous for their bathtub rides. So it's like it's a tractor that has a line of like old school bathtubs that you sit in, and it pulls you, it like pulls all the kids around and stuff. But when you go,
toaster included.
yeah.
Toaster included. When you want to end the ride, just push the toaster.
Dude, my favorite
over.
thing was they had a sign for the bathtub ride where it was an informational sign talking about how many bathtub accidents there are every year, and you should be careful. But it's also funny because then they're like, okay, there's a lot of bathtub accidents. You could slip and fall in them. Now get inside one while we pull you behind a tractor.
Yeah, exactly. For added fun, stand up and try to surf the whole way.
But do you want to take a guess about how many bathtub accidents there are in a year, according to the sign? And then I'm going to look it up.
According to the sign, I am going to say 200, because most people, don't they have standing showers now?
200.
Do those count? Yeah.
I don't know if those count.
I'm
when you say 200, you mean like
that's what I'm saying.
200, like
200 incidents, because I'm picturing most people have standing showers
in a year,
now.
in the entire United States. I'm giving you a second chance.
Okay.
You're like $1, Bob, right now. You're being a real dick about the Price is Right rule.
Damn it! I didn't take into account the elderly. So 100,000.
You're about right there, Nathan. In the United States, there are approximately 110,000 bathtub or shower accidents a year.
I was still low. I thought I went way over for the joke.
These accidents include slips, falls, burns, and drowning.
Burns?
Yeah.
Burns?
Burns. Yeah.
What?
Make a bathtub too hot?
Who the fuck is getting it?
Here are the statistics about bathtub shower. Children under 5 years old are responsible for 30% of bathtub and shower accidents. Man, we got to stop bathing our kids. Just hose them off outside like the animals they are. Even though they're only 8.5 of the population. That's crazy. More than 75% of bathtub and shower facilities occur in children under 5. Damn. Burns. Burns from scalding water are less common than slips and falls, but are more serious and result in 70%, or it's not 70%, 70 deaths each year. So from scalding hot bath water, 70 deaths per year. You're cooking yourself alive.
Whoops! I was gonna say, whoops! I loaded it up with just hot water.
That's great. Their water heater must be excellent if it can cook a person.
I was gonna say, hey, it's weird. The water's already bubbling.
Who keeps getting in when you're just like your first toe? You're just like no, it'll cool off. It'll cool off.
It'll cool off. You know what? It's just like the ice bath. You get used to it once you're in there.
David Goggins says I could do anything with mental fortitude.
I made my bed. I'm ready.
Just like, age. Injuries increase with age, peaking at 85 years old. 85. I'm not showering after 85. That's what I just learned. I'm never stepping foot in a bathroom again.
You just go stand-up shower. You get, you know what? You get the Cadillac of showers. Those ones where it's like, it's standing, but for some reason there's like a door to get in.
Like, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Have you seen those where it's like a tub?
It's a Cadillac door.
There's a door. Yeah.
I think we should just do like what I said earlier. You know, the kids, hose them off outside, and it's like the circle of life. You start in diapers, you end in diapers, and you end with getting hosed off outside.
No.
Imagine just hosing off old people
when
outside.
You're 85. You're 85, so you're like, Mechatron, scrub my back.
Dude, I just think of the visual aid of just like a nursing home just hosing people, old people off outside.
Those are the people that are most excited for robots because like, finally, robot changes die.
You go stop Harold from jerking off for the 5th time today.
Always wants an audience. You just stand in there.
I don't want this robot recording me. Get in here. I need somebody with human eyes to look at it. Only 19% of homes have a grab bar, even though 63 have a bathtub matted or non.
Oh, for those grips
strips. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had
I got those in my underwear, dude. Non-skid strips.
I've never had a like non-slip like pads or whatever in a shower. Our shower has like the stone thing, which I think helps a lot.
So I've noticed, and I probably will get them for the next time, but ever since I switched to natural soap, it makes the floor slippery as shit.
It's because it's made out of moss. You ever been in a cave with moss and slip? I
don't know. I was just like, because I got natural instead of all the
chemical
weird bullshit like Old Spice has in it. So the second I switched over, I was like, I'm going to die in here because it was so fucking slick.
Did you get one of those stick pads then?
No, not yet.
No, I got shower shoes. I'm weird now.
I don't trust my own floors.
I'm not athletic enough to stay up.
Have fucking boat shoes on shower, and that'd be wild.
You know where you don't have to worry about slipping and falling, Nathan?
Punitgame.com. Check it out. The entire network free at your fingertips at punitgame.com. Also on youtube.com. Type in Comic Wade Taylor with no spaces. Again, Comic Wade Taylor. You get clips of this show, Not Worth the Time, that man's stand-up, plus full episodes of the aforementioned shows, and then back on punitgame.com.
That's right, everybody. Hop on over to the Punt and Game shop where you can get t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at punandgame.com. So get yourself over there, buy something nice, and don't forget to use promo code WGAF. That's promo code WGAF, and that gets you free shipping at checkout.
Babe, I'd be with you, but I was using that natural pumpkin soap, slipped, fell into the beer tent, and I'm watching a cannon. I'll be with you in an hour. We're out. Peace.
Load!
Who gives a